Esainai El Harim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Esainai El Harim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Ezri Mehim Adonai Oseh Shemaim Varetz Ezri Mehim Adonai Oseh Shemaim Varetz. I turn my eyes up unto the mountains, from where comes my help. My help will come from God above, maker of heaven and earth. Esainai El Harim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Esainai El Harim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri. Good morning. I'm here broadcasting from Calverton National Cemetery. I have a funeral this morning at 10 o'clock. And as I was pulling in here, I couldn't help but shake my head. I thought to myself, how many thousands and thousands of people are buried here, veterans and their significant others, thinking like, how must those souls feel? Not the bodies that are buried here, of course. The souls that have returned as they are, you know, looking from Alom Haba, waiting for, as it is, this time that will come where the reuniting of all people will be, or all souls will be. Thinking that they have done the work, that they have fought so hard for a nation to be worthy of regard and respect. And I can't help but shake my head thinking about where we are today. I know we don't all have the same political preferences. And I know as a rabbi, shut your mouth and don't talk politics from the bima. But as a human, I am genuinely concerned for humanity. I am genuinely concerned not just for one group of people, but for all groups of people. In the beginning, I was concerned for myself and my children. And then there's a next level that made me concerned for our trans siblings. And then I was concerned for the poor and the elderly and all of those that are going to be affected in their place of employment, in their professional careers, and those people that need medication. The list goes on and on. We're a week in, and significant change is happening, and it's scary. It's a scary world we're living in. And what I was going to originally talk about today, this week's Parsha, the words that I prepared, I can't even get on board with. But I'll share them with you because maybe we'll find a place in time where we can. This week's Parsha is Bo, Parshat Bo, which it says in Exodus 10, verse 1, God says to Moses, "Come to Pharaoh." Where is God in relation to Pharaoh? Come to Pharaoh implies that God is there somewhere, wherever Pharaoh might be. Many texts and contemporary Hebrew language translates the word bo as go, but others translate it to mean the word come. Why is God telling Moses to come to Pharaoh rather than to go to Pharaoh? Like Rabbi Jay says to Izzy, Yalla bo, like, come here. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing, like, come here. Come to me, bo. Not go to Pharaoh, but I'm here. Kind of sounds like I'm going with you, or I'm already there, meet me there. I could only naturally imagine that God is standing with Moses also in that same moment, saying go as in Pharaoh is in a separate space, come as is God is in that place. God is here and there and everywhere in between, and perhaps I'm with you here in this moment telling you that you should come with me to Pharaoh where I will also be. But Torah has this different perspective that teaches that God is in those two places, the duality of it. That God can't be limited to either Moses or Pharaoh. And that if Moses is to confront Pharaoh, then he has to do it in a way where, or in a manner that Pharaoh feels part of. Not as an alien, not as an other, not as an enemy, but for recognizing that Pharaoh as another one of the infinite faces of God. I don't know. But I feel like there are pharaohs here today. It is not the same old pharaoh of then. It's not King Ramses the second or the 50th or the 97th, or it's not Hitler, or it's not this one, or through time and space and history, there's pharaohs everywhere. We know it. They still exist in this day. But this concept for me today, different from when I sat down on Monday and thought about what I might say today, different than probably what I thought last year or the year before, or even 2 months ago. The concept is challenging. The concept is not easy to grasp. How can Moses see the divine in Pharaoh? How can anybody see God in the administration that is? How? How are we being asked to see? How is Moses being asked to see the divine in Pharaoh? But Pharaoh has tortured our people. How is God expecting that Moshe should go not in anger, but should come to Pharaoh in love? So many of us have adversaries. So many of us have been alienated. So many of us have watched our loved ones struggle and suffer with whatever unfolds for them because they are who they are and because we live in a world that we live in. How can we see the spark of God even in the enemy? Folks, it is challenging. I'm not there, and I know the majority of you are not there. Perhaps, maybe, 2 weeks ago, we were thinking to ourselves, well, this is what we have for the next 4 years, and so maybe we can see something good in it, because that's what we learn, and that's what tradition tells, and that's what we've been trying to do, and that's where we are. And here we are this week thinking, a week in, and I can't see it. So I'm not telling you to see the spark today. I'm not telling you to see the face of the divine in that which is someone that is terrorizing people and the future of humanity. But what I am telling you is that if we work towards seeing the divine in each other, if we start at the low level and we start to see the good in people, then perhaps for the frayed among us, for if we look at that tapestry as a whole, I would say that we're on the outskirts. We're fraying, we're tattered, we're torn, we're tired. But if we can see the good in each other at this level, then perhaps we can come together to continue to lift our voices for positive change. So we will be coming to the situation knowing that God's there with us, trying to navigate and figure it out. But for now, in its tough and rough and uncertain and infuriating moments, let us start here with this group, with our group, that says, you know what, I see you. I see the divine in you. I know what these souls here in this cemetery, these veterans fought for better for us. And today we are not better, but we are not going to give up hope that there will be a time and a place and a space for betterment for all humanity. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. You'll have to make the other side of the heart there. We love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 9:30. Bonnie, also our condolences to you on the loss of your dear friend. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you real soon. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai. Thank you for being with me, Martine and Lauren, Jennifer, Paula, Bonnie, Suze, Bet, Lita, Linda, all of you that haven't checked in. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.